and welcome to the news with me, Activist for Truth. Concern is growing over the situation developing within Ukraine as Russia moves military equipment and personnel to the border. After recent breakdowns in the ceasefire and with concern growing of an all-out conflict, the British government has made a plea for a de-escalation intentions. Prince Harry has returned to the United Kingdom in order to attend the funeral of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. He arrived on a British Airways flight over the weekend and is now in quarantine up until the day of the funeral. His wife, Meghan Markle, God bless her little mermaid socks, was unable to travel due to being heavily pregnant. This is despite her travelling weeks before the birth of Archie in order to attend a baby shower in New York. The government today held a minute's silence in the Houses of Parliament as a mark of respect to Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. In COVID news, pubs, restaurants and many shops opened across the UK today as COVID restrictions were eased in the next phase of the government's roadmap to end all restrictions. Many beer gardens across the country were full despite the atrocious weather currently being experienced in the UK. With scientists saying we have now reached herd immunity, the question has to be asked: should the recommendation for face masks, social distancing, and all other nonsensical so-called precautions be terminated immediately so that life can return to normal? Moving to the US, riots engulfed Minneapolis last night as people looted, rioted and set fires, as the Black Lives Matter movement once again proved it cares nothing for black lives, as the destruction to black communities clearly demonstrates. Brooklyn Center City saw large-scale civil unrest, with property, police vehicles and officers coming under attack, as well as much looting from stores, as once again the victimhood mentality took hold and people's anger boiled over. It amazes me how the Black Lives Matter narrative has managed to sustain for so long, considering the clear counterproductive actions of the movement. And with founders now owning multi-million-dollar property empires, it's clear the organisers and the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement care much more about the green than they do the black. And my final thought for this evening: it is plainly obvious to everybody that the reason Meghan Markle has not travelled to the United Kingdom has nothing to do with her pregnancy and everything to do with her recent remarks during her explosive Oprah Winfrey interview, in which she made many false accusations against the royal family. Both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle must be aware of the general feeling within the United Kingdom towards the interview and the remarks made, and must surely know that as a couple they would be extremely unwelcome on these shores. And that's all for tonight. You will be safe out there. If you can't be safe, win.